What is going on, guys? It's GregKing22 here, and today I'm here with a WWE Greatest Iron Man Performances in the Royal Rumble history. I'm from Parts Unknown, dope channel. Check it out. I'll leave the original link to the video in the description. But yeah, I wanted to check out a couple Rumble videos since the Royal Rumble's from my time tomorrow. And yeah, I also wanted to throw out there just I was talking to my buddy, right? Or I kind of like figured out what they're going to do, you know? So like for the Rumble match, it's my prediction. I'm thinking like final five. You got Jimmy, Uso, Sami Zayn, right? You got The Rock, Cody, and Seth Rollins, maybe. That'll be the final five. You won't you won't have Jey Uso in there because that's going to create or keep building on the storyline of. So what do I think is going to happen, right? Forget all that. I think that Roman Reigns is going to try to interfere because he doesn't want to face The Rock. So he's going to try to interfere and get The Rock eliminated, right? I think Sami Zayn's going to kind of like fail a little bit to do that and have a bad job at it and make Roman have to interfere. And Jimmy's going to be there instead of Jey, who was the one who was defending him. So I think that's going to happen, right? And since he got unknown or eliminated The Rock because he didn't want to face him, that'll create that storyline, right? And I think Cody Rhodes will win the Rumble. I think either Cody or Seth. They're pretty much interchangeable in my book because I think a Cody-Seth rivalry with the belt on the line is going to happen at some point, right? Yeah, that's just my thoughts, right? Anyways, I rambled on for way too long, so let's get on to this video.
What makes a good Iron Man performance? Well, ideally they should be conventionally handsome, ideally with a slightly dark past to reflect the character's own
Yeah,
taste.
but
Good in both a tailored suit and
all the
CGI,
Rumbles I
so they should
watched,
be able to do a lot of good close-up
a
face
couple
acting
like
or
people
shots
who
themselves
had like good
helping out
Iron
before it
Man
gets booked in. A
performances
Royal
was
Rumble Iron Man is a yearly
Shawn
tradition. Someone who
Michaels,
sits around from the start
Rey
of the Rumble and
Mysterio,
lasts roughly until the very end. Someone
Chris
around the ring
Jericho. I
playing
know
a
had a
character
good
spot, someone who provides the match with a
performance.
spine, a sense of structure or identity. An Iron Man won't always win the
Yeah,
match, but it's
Jericho.
definitely a role only given to a select trusted few. Someone the company believes can carry the biggest match of the year on their back. I'm Adam, hailing from Parts Unknown, and here are 10 greatest Iron Man performances
Let's see
in
it.
Royal Rumble history. And while you're here, if you'd like to keep up with our very
Yep.
stupid wrestling content like Survival Series, some more of these lists, my booking videos, make sure you subscribe to Parts Unknown and you turn on your notifications. It really matters. It really does. So, new year, new you, new sub. Number 10, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
1995. I mean,
I
this
figured
feels like it's breaking
Shawn
rules,
Michaels
this
would
video.
be on
After
here.
all, in almost any other Rumble, an Iron Man is defined by lasting about an hour in the ring. That's what Iron Man means in a wrestling sense, and everyone else on this list clocks in around that 50-minute to an hour mark with a capital mark, because it's wrestling reference. Shawn Michaels' run in the 1995 Royal Rumble was 38 minutes long. This is because WWE, perhaps they were concerned about someone going from number one all the way to the end for the very first time, changed the Rumble format so that someone entered the match every 60 seconds. Every f***ing minute. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's pretty
There was a
quick compared to the
horribly
90
rushed
seconds, I
Rumble,
think,
the
is what
Rumble
it is
between the
now.
Harris brothers, who were literal Nazis. It's still an iconic performance from HBK here, one synonymous with heroic endurance, overcoming the odds, and Herculean task, which is what Iron Man performances are supposed to be, even in a wet fart Rumble match. Number 9, Sasha Banks, 2018.
I didn't know Sasha. I didn't watch the most few recent Rumbles, the men or women's. I just kind of looked at it afterwards, so.
First Iron Woman match, first Hell in a Cell, first pay-per-view main event, so naturally when it came time for the first ever Women's Rumble, Sasha came out first and was the first Iron Woman in Rumble history. Of course she was. Made a lot of the Rumble seem more cohesive too. The first Women's Rumble was a bit scattershot, not enough main roster women to fill it out. A lot of nostalgia returns, but Sasha's hour-long run throughout kept things grounded, mixing it up with pretty much everyone who stepped through the curtain. Helps that Sasha's so good, she's a dream match machine as well. Sasha versus Lita, check. Sasha versus Trish, check. Seeing your old favorites fight with your new favorite just kept the hype machine rolling throughout the Women's Rumble 2018 and speaks to
Yeah.
why an Iron Man performance is
With the
so
Bellas?
important to
Okay.
keep things from falling apart. Number 8, Chris Benoit,
Chris
2004. The
Benoit.
redacted Rumble is fairly underrated. There's a few lovely little bits in it that you'll never see in a Rumble recap package. The Randy Orton, Mick Foley stuff, the Goldberg stuff. The reason why you won't see it is because there's a chance you'll catch the number 1 entrant in the background. Iron Man and Rumble match winner, Chris Benoit. Honestly, the performance completely makes the Rumble as well. Benoit has the most eliminations throughout. His cardio's insane, so he's always around to get involved in spots. His performance is the beating heart of the whole thing, and if you remove it, the Rumble would have been nowhere near as good as it was. Just considering everything, it's a hard thing to go back and re-watch.
Yeah.
The hell that Chris
I don't
Benoit
think I
really
watched
put
the
his
'04
body through was such a
Rumble either.
contributing factor to what ended up happening. Objectively, though, it is a standard bearer Iron Man performance. Number 7, Chris Jericho,
Jericho,
2013,
13, 16, and 17.
2017. 3 years,
Yeah.
3 separate
I've watched
goddamn years
Jericho
Chris Jericho
in a
has
few
turned in Iron
times.
Man performance at the Rumble. Bloody hell, he did it in back-to-back years in 2016 and 2017. In 2013, Chris Jericho came in number 2 and lasted for 47 minutes alongside co-Iron Man Dolph Ziggler. In 2016, he entered number 6 and lasted 50 minutes. In 2017, he entered number 2 and lasted over 1 hour. Bloody hell, Chris. You're not here for a good time, you're here for a long time. He may never have won a Rumble in his WWE career.
I really do wish he won one of the Rumbles.
WWE title match at WrestleMania in 2012, but he does at least have one record to his name. Longest total time in the ring at almost 5 hours ring time across 11 Royal Rumble matches. That's silly, Chris.
It's a lot of
Jericho.
time.
Why are you so silly?
It's crazy how they didn't want to
I'm guessing they did
give
by the
him any of the
tattoos he was
Rumble
choosing to get.
wins.
Number 6,
He's
Edge
one of
and
my
Bianca
top 5
Belair,
favorites.
2021. God, the 2021 Rumbles were weird. Like, neither of them were bad from an objective
I
standpoint.
didn't get the
Rumbles were both
chance to
structured
watch
fine,
either
there's
one of these
talent,
either.
lots of fun moments. Love you forever, Christian. But also took place in the Thunderdome, which is to the enjoyment of a wrestling match as a mousetrap is to the enjoyment of a christening. It's weird, certainly interesting, but ultimately puts a dampener on things. Also, a bit of a weird thing about 2021, both Rumbles were won by the person putting in the Iron Man performance. Odd bit of double booking there. Bianca Belair won it from number 3, clocking in 57 minutes. Edge won it from number 1, clocking in at 58 minutes. A star-making turn for Bianca, and a you still got it turn for Edge, although it is worth pointing out that Bianca's hair looked a lot better than Edge's by the end of the Rumble.
Yeah,
Bloody
I don't think
hell.
Edge
2
needed to
really
enter
impressive
at 1 to
performances and a
win. He
pair
could have
of
entered like
impressive
top
Rumbles that
10,
would
you
be
know.
much more beloved in fan memory if it wasn't for that stupid bloody plague. Number 5, Rey Mysterio, 2006. It is very funny that everyone constantly
Yeah.
talks about Rey Mysterio's admittedly very good indeed performance in the 2006 Royal Rumble, lasting 1 hour and 2 minutes, and everyone ignores it in the same Rumble. Triple H lasts 1 hour, even eliminating 6 dudes, same as Ray. But no, Mysterio got the record and the acclaim, and that is objectively
Yeah.
hilarious considering Triple H and the whole ruthless aggression, you know, reign of terror. Regardless of that, fun fact, this is a brilliant showcase for Rey Mysterio. Like Shawn Michaels
Yeah.
and Chris Benoit before him, exactly.
Because Ray won, right? That's why the spotlight's always on Ray and not Triple H.
Rey Mysterio is the heart and soul of this year's Rumble, with extra emotional weight owing to him dedicating the match to the recently passed Eddie Guerrero. His time in the ring was
Yeah.
record-setting, and for over a decade stood as the longest.
That was a good
individual
Rumble
time in
and
the Royal
Mania as
Rumble.
well.
That is until number 4, Daniel Bryan, greatest Royal Rumble. Look, if Tempest is going to count it on Survival Series, and hey, you should watch that video, by the way, it's bloody brilliant, then I have to count it here. The greatest Royal Rumble, aka when the Saudi royal family bought themselves a Rumble.
Oh, I forgot about that Rumble. It was like 40 entrants, right?
Carters and Hiroki Sumis, you can cram into the Honestly, the Rumble is fairly crap, but there is no denying that a certain furry friend goes above and beyond to try and make the whole thing work, with Daniel Bryan entering at number 1 and being in the Rumble for 1 hour and 16 minutes. fucking hell. And he left half his rib cage in the ring, quite literally bloody hell Daniel. Like Y2J, Bryan has criminally never won a Rumble, but at least has a record to his name, because I don't think anyone's breaking this one anytime soon. At some point, quantity has a certain quality of its very own, and it may be a tainted Rumble with a capital taint, but what a superhero performance from the best to ever do it. An hour and 16 minutes. That's too long. Number 3, Steve Austin, 1997.
I didn't know Steve or Stone Cold Iron Manned a match.
A chance for WWE to say to its fans, hey, we're pretty sure this is the guy. Thoughts? Sometimes when that guy is Roman Reigns, the response is a polite f*** off and die.
Yeah, anybody but Roman.
Responded, yes, that'll do nicely. Austin's star had been rising for a while in 96 with a Stone Cold persona, an excellent match at Survivor Series against Bret Hart, but the 97 Rumble is what truly made him.
Yeah, I remember this Rumble. It was so good.
He arrived at number 5, lasted 45 minutes, eliminated 10 people, tying Hogan's record at the time, but most importantly, there were multiple points throughout the match where Austin eliminated the entire field and was left alone in
just sitting in the ring, just looking at his watch. That was great.
This is the guy. The whole Austin sitting on the turnbuckle looking at his watch.
Yeah.
Brilliant, and brought back 5 years later, almost to the day, with Austin's performance in the 2002 Rumble. Number 2, Ric Flair, 1992.
Flair Iron Man?
2 Rumble's good. That's really good, though, in a way that you imagine it might not be, considering, you know, it's old and that, but no, watch it again, it still hums. One of the big reasons why is because of the stakes in the match. The WWE Championship is on the line for the first time ever, and as such, the field of competitors is potentially the most stacked it's ever been. Flair, Hogan, Justice, Undertaker, DiBiase, Piper, Roberts, any of these guys could have conceivably walked out with the title, but of course, it had to be Flair. How else were we going to get Hogan versus Flair at WrestleMania 8? Oh, f***ing wait a minute. It's an absolutely iconic Rumble performance from so many angles. First time an Iron Man had won it, lasting over an hour as well. The whole not fair to Flair narrative being constantly having an all-time great showing on commentary. The post-match promo. It feels
Ric Flair's fun. I met him one time. Had him sign my World Championship belt. That was pretty cool. I still have it, but
my favorite, that would be number 1, Kane.
Kane. I do remember this because he eliminated a ton of people.
Stayed up late to record it, then run home from school the next day to watch it.
And he broke the record for a while, right? Until like they had Roman break it eventually.
So much. What a showcase for the Big Red Machine.
I remember this.
All-time great comedy spot that in no way diminishes Kane's aura. Got the Hardcore Championship segment. Kane clears the whole ring. Honky Tonk Man comedy spot, amazing. Kane versus The Rock. Undertaker arrives and the Brothers of Destruction clear the ring again. Poor Scotty. Then Kane's part of the final 2. The entire time he is in the Rumble, all 53 minutes, he is just built up and up as this unstoppable final boss, setting an elimination record that would stand for over a decade. WWE like to hype up their supernatural monsters with a lot of smoke and mirrors, but in the 2001 Royal Rumble, they truly made one right there, right in front of our eyes, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a good performance. Yeah. I'm going to try to watch the Rumble maybe. I'll see how it happens, but yeah. That was a good video. Like I said, link will be in the description down below. If you enjoyed and want to see similar content, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, whatever you got to do. It helps the channel. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.